Welcome to Think Big with Dan and Qasim. Join hosts Dan Melnick and Qasim Masood as they explore big ideas, limitless possibilities, and engage with visionaries, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders who dare to dream big, get inspired, motivated, and find practical tips for personal growth. Think big, dream bigger, and ignite your potential.
Welcome to the Think Big with Dan and Qasim. Today, our guest is Matt. Matt, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you.
Awesome. So, would you let us know where you live and what you do?
So I am in Dayton, Ohio, and I'm the Chief Operating Officer for the Killer Brownie Company.
Awesome. So, would you let us know from where you got the inspiration of this business and what is actually doing this business?
So the business was started in Dayton, Ohio in 2000. It grew out of a family owns a local grocery store chain, high-end grocery store chain, Dorothy Lane Market. Many people know of it around the world. They started making a killer brownie in the late 1970s, put it in box lunches locally during the 80s, became very popular. And then they had in the grocery industry that saw the success of the product. So in 2000, they set Killer Brownie up as a separate wholesale company and started selling it to other grocers across the country. In 2013, Shemin joined with the intent of growing it as a separate business. And there were about 6 people when she started. And 12 years later, there's 130.
Awesome. So, I'm also an entrepreneur, so I can understand there are a few things that gives you stress and there are a lot of things that give you excitement as well. What are you most excited about your work right now?
The thing I'm most excited about is the same thing that keeps me up at night, is the incredible opportunity we have for growth in the next several years. We have incredible potential, especially now that we're part of the Irresistible Food Group. And that's the same thing that keeps me up at night, is how are we going to keep it up, right? That's why I have a job, I guess, is we're going to figure out how to make all those brownies. But we have a great product, many great products that we're really proud of.
Mhm.
That's one of the things we talk about is we want to make product that we're proud of and that we would feed without hesitation to our family. On top of that, we have an incredible team. We've built a really great, unique culture. So those are the reasons that huge opportunity ahead of us.
All right. So whenever we are starting a business, or maybe if we are running a business, there are always a lot of doubts going on, and sometimes doubts are related to some matters that are even not in your organization, not in your company. You just listen to someone, and others' conversation just generate more doubts. So how did you push through your biggest business doubts?
We have a lot of those right now, right? We have them every day. I started about 8.5 years ago with Killer Brownie. My background was I was in software development. I was a project manager for large software projects, and then I had my own software company for 10 years and sold it. Joined
Awesome.
Killer Brownie about 8.5 years ago. There were 8 of us then. There's 130, like I said. Now we've grown very quickly. And with that comes a lot of, I'm proud of what we've done. Our team has got it here, but it's been by brute force and not all the time by the most efficient methods. So we've got a lot of things to clean up. We've still run a very successful business. We've grown. We've always been profitable, which we're proud of. But we have some things that we need to clean up, some big challenges. But what keeps us going is that we've done it before. We've figured out these problems before. The frustrations that we feel, even the fear sometimes that we feel, we remind ourselves and each other that, hey, we've been here before, we've felt this way before, and we've figured a way out. We've asked outside people to help us, consultants. We've leaned on our team a lot. A lot of the solutions have come from team members, not just those of us that sit in offices most of our day. So I'd say that's how we do it, is engaging a lot of different people and by reminding ourselves that we've felt this way before and we got past it.
Yeah, so as you said about the challenges are in fact meant for the entrepreneurs. So they are from the first day and they keep going on. So we will talk about it later. But as you said, like you were in the field of software development because I'm also in this space. So this is something for me like which is more exciting. So what was the reason behind that you just shift your concentration like almost completely to something completely different. So what was the reason behind?
Yeah, so I spent about 15 years in project management, managing software projects, developing custom software, and then for 10 years, like I said, I had my own business. So that was a long time. As you know, running a business, especially maybe a technology business, can be stressful. Things are always changing, something new. So when I had the opportunity to sell that, I worked for that company in a transition for a year, which was exciting. And then I was trying to explore what was next. I did a lot of job interviews, a lot in technology, and just decided that I wanted to do something different rather than technology. And the opportunity came up as at the opening for a production manager at Killer Brownie, and I applied and got hired.
Awesome. So now let's talk about a little bit about the challenges. So I think every business faces the challenge in terms of finances, especially in the starting years. I have faced many times. So, but obviously, this is not just meant for a start. Financial problem can be at any time for any business. But what are the other challenges that you have faced and you cop up it really well? So if you can share maybe one challenge with us that you faced and that then you cop up really well.
Just one. It's a short podcast.
Yeah.
I think it's always challenging to find a balance between keeping people happy, building a great culture, and still getting the return on the investment that the company is making. We know how much we spend in labor each day, and it's a large number. So are we getting what we need to from that? But resisting thinking of people as just numbers, right? Because that's not our culture. It's people first. We're very intentional about that. I think that is just really smart business, is to put people first and to build a great culture. But that's always been a challenge, right? And we're never perfect. We're kind of like the tightrope walker. They're never balanced. They're always going back and forth a little, but they're always fighting for balance. So I think that's probably the biggest challenge, is staying balanced, asking people for a good return on their wage, but never forgetting that they're people and they're here to support their family, and that's what's most important.
Awesome. So in terms of challenges, in fact, I believe this is also a challenge to be different from your competitors, or maybe like you can if you can compete well with your competitors. So what is the main thing that differentiates you from your competitors?
Our product and our culture. So our product is really unique. We're always innovating and staying ahead too. Not that another bakery couldn't figure that out, but we do have a unique product. We have a unique processes to build that product. But those are things that more easily be replicated. Our culture really builds a moat around what we're doing. It's different. This is my most favorite job I've ever had. It's because of the culture and because of the people. So I think that really distinguishes us from our competition. And I would extend that out. Here in Dayton, there's a lot of manufacturers, a lot of big warehouse companies that employ a lot of people that we compete with for people. And I think that puts us at a competitive advantage in that way also.
Awesome. So in terms of the success of your company, or maybe for the quality of your product, what is that you can say this is completely non-negotiable?
Our product, we use the best quality ingredients in our products. Our products are clean, just the high quality. Our product, a lot of them are layered, which is really unique, and that's not an easy process. We're also known for the inclusions in our product, and those referring to them as product equities, right? We will not compromise on those things. We get a lot of opportunities to make less quality products than we do. It might make sense short-term financially to get that, but it's just not who we are.
All right. So in last few years, I realized that social media and you can say the digital marketing is one of the biggest pillar for any business, because it drives you a lot of authentication, it drives you a lot of traffic, and obviously it is something that is going to give a validation to your customers, especially you can say like maybe in my business or whatever I have faced like with my clients. But in your case, like what do you say? Are you using digital marketing for marketing your business, or do you have something else in your mind? Because every business may have different needs. So what is in your case?
So we just went through a 3-month strategic planning. And out of that, we have some pretty exciting marketing projects coming. We're primarily a B2B company. So we don't sell direct to consumers. We do through Dorothy Lane Market, but not the Killer Brownie company doesn't directly sell to consumers. So we're working our way through that. We do have social media platforms. What does that mean? How do we connect with the consumer to get our brand known? At the same time, connecting with the customers who are actually buying the product to get to consumers. So we're working within the next few months to launch some new exciting marketing programs, a rebranding. So yeah, those are important things, and we've put a lot of resources behind them and have some exciting things coming.
Awesome. So in terms of working environment, right now, I think I'm also working with multiple vendors, and every business is working with multiple vendors. So, but still, I have seen there are some businesses in the market where they think like if everything is your in-house, then this will be a best match. I can give you an example of Saudi Aramco. Saudi Aramco tries to build everything in-house, even if they need to, they have to make some chocolate. They will plant their own coca. So this is the business thinking. So in terms of this side, what do you think? Like, do you think collaboration with other vendors easier, or developing everything in your in-house is the best approach?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I'd probably come up with a better answer if I had more time to think about it. But we have some really great vendors that we work with. So it's a balance, right? Do we have a single source for everything? Do we really work well with that vendor and they bring us some expertise that we don't have? So some equipment vendors we've worked with, as an example, they bring a base model and then we tweak it to make it ours, do some customizations on it, different ingredient suppliers that we work with, that they do some added value work to the things that we bring in that makes more sense for them to do that than us, because we don't have the expertise, we don't have the equipment. So yeah, I guess I would say it depends, which might be a terrible answer, but we really do it on a case by case basis, based
Yeah.
on our case really, and what's going to result in the best environment for our team and the best product for our customers.
Exactly. I think this is the safest answer.
That was a good political answer. Right down the middle.
Awesome. So, what are your plans for the growth or expansion in future? Maybe like short-term goals, maybe in next 3 to 6 months.
So in the next 3 to 6 months, we'll be fully bringing on the IFG sales team and expanding pretty significantly our sales scope. We have some really exciting documented goals that we just wrapped up, like I said, through strategic planning. So we have specific goals that range from 6 months from now, actually 3 months from now, and up to 5 years from now. So it's been so powerful to go through that as a team and to get aligned and focused on what we're working on and to document those things, to be meeting about them, to continue to talk about them has been very powerful.
Awesome. So, do you have anything in your mind in long term? Like, do you think that there will be some stage where you will find some exit by selling the company or the product?
Yeah, I think that with the IFG acquisition that happened in July, or the partnership rather that happened in
Mhm.
July, it's a great family that owns IFG. So IFG is King's Hawaiian, Grillis Pickles, Shaka Tea, and now Killer Brownie. I think they've got a really solid future plan for the company, and just a super foundation, some great people that are going to work with us to build the next version of this awesome company.
Awesome. Thanks, Matt. So, what would be your advice to the one who is maybe planning to start this business or maybe struggling with this business? In fact, you can give an honest answer. In fact, I asked this question to some of my other guests, and in last two guests, not last two guests, but yeah, like in last week, one of the founder was Lemon Perfect founder. So he said, I said, you can say anything, you can give any advice. If you think this is not good for the good business for someone, you can say, don't do this. And surprisingly, he said, don't do this. This is my advice. So yeah, I'm looking for your honest advice.
Yeah, this is my philosophy. It is every entrepreneur's duty to talk the next entrepreneur out of it. Because if you can talk somebody out of doing their business idea, they don't have the grit that it takes. If you're going to start your own business, you have to be really honest about the level of effort, not just physical effort, but how emotionally draining it is, the price it's going to take on your relationships, the price it's going to take on your health if you're not careful. So I think as entrepreneurs, if we're talking to other people who are starting a business or thinking about it, it's on us to have really honest conversations. And if you can talk them out of it, they shouldn't be doing it.
That's one of the most beautiful advice, I think. And this is main agenda of this podcast that we are doing right now. That's awesome. Thank you. Thanks, Matt. So at the end, you can let our viewers know where they can reach you if they want to. So you can share your social media handles or the website, whatever you want to.
Yeah, so you can connect with us on our website, killerbrownie.com. Find me on LinkedIn. Love to connect with you there.
Awesome. Thanks, Matt. I really enjoyed the conversation and wish you best of luck in your business.
Thank you. Great talking with you.
Thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.